Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Bell, and I'm so excited. I've assembled our team of panelists to come and share the vision that's been on my heart for so long: heal, fill, pour. An opportunity for thought leaders, for clinicians, for those who are living the duality of caregiving and professional life, for healthpreneurs, for those of us to come together and be off duty on purpose. So excited to share this vision that has been in development for some time, and we are approaching Hawaii in another month or so, and just so excited. So I wanted to bring the group to the table to share what's on their heart, share what they have to offer during our time together. And again, just so excited. So come on in.
In the fast-paced world we live in, being a caregiver is more demanding than ever. But what if there was a solution that could ease your burden? Introducing CareCab. CareCab is not just another ride-sharing service. Our drivers are vetted, trained, and certified in the care of the older adult person. They understand the intricacies of geriatric emergencies, recognize medical devices, and are equipped with the patience and demeanor needed for older adult persons. Our drivers undergo rigorous background checks and are trained in first aid and CPR, ensuring your loved ones are in safe hands. Contact us today and experience the difference. CareCab, because caring starts with us.
So let me make some intros and bring the team in. First up, world-renowned Teepa Snow. Enough said. Hi, Teepa.
Hey, Dr. Bell, how are you?
Good. So thankful for you to be in this space and to collaborate with you in this moment. So honored. You have been our collective North Star in the dementia space, but more so transforming the way we give care. And I'm honored to share this space with you. So welcome. Thank you so much.
Well, it is my pleasure to be here with us today. And I'm also so looking forward to being in a space with people who are choosing to be together in order to really look at our own selves and realize to do this heavy lifting, to do the work that we do, to support others, we've got to really take a look at how we're doing and decide, what do I like about what's happening for me and what would I like to be different? Because in order to reach outward and to do the thing we do well, to make sure that what we're delivering is best quality, it can only happen if we take a look inside and make sure we're comfortable and we're aware of where we're uncomfortable. But we also feel that sense of, I'm in a good place. I'm spiritually in a good place. I'm physically, I'm emotionally, and I'm socially in a good place. And all too often in the world of brain changes that come with dementia, whatever your field of practice is, all of a sudden things are feeling somewhat less comfortable. It's like, oh, so Kiplee, I'm really curious, you have made this plan with me to protect your resources because Kiplee may not be the individual she is. She's actually doing financial planning because the reality for dementia is it crosses all boundaries. It's not just about healthcare, it's about life. And there are many places and spaces out here where dementia is starting to impact people, families, individuals, businesses. And so let's look at ourselves and see, where are we in the world of the brain changes that come with dementia, and what we like and what don't we like? And then,
Absolutely.
what are we going to do about it?
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of taking our own pulse, let's bring in Rich Mancuso, breathwork specialist, founder of Breathe, Stretch, Release. Rich, thank you so much. Rich is a game changer. in the neurocognitive effects of relaxation, of bringing us in and centering and restoring our relaxation point. So thank you so much for joining us, Rich. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Dr. Bell. It's a pleasure to be with you all. A great team assembled. Excited to think about this retreat and be with all these people who actually, want to be there and want to find some relaxation for themselves and a way to refill, right? And, just to give back. So I'm really looking forward to spending this time and having my hands on all these people for days at a time. So they can't get away from me. I'm loving it. I'm loving the idea.
Thank you so much. And I'd also like to bring in Dorian Morgan Esquire.
Well, thank you, Dr. Thank you so
you.
much for having me. I'm excited to be a part of this panel and this group. As an attorney, I deal with so many issues around stress and stress-related situations. So I really can't wait to talk to caregivers. I'm also a pastor, so I deal with people from that area as well, spiritually, and then both taking care of my 86-year-old father and 83-year-old mother and 95-year-old grandmother of my wife's grandmother. It's been interesting. So I can't wait to talk to men, especially because we often don't process things in the way that we should. And if we don't process and take an opportunity to step away and really rejuvenate, then often, for lack of a better word, bad things happen. So I'm so glad that I have this opportunity to be there with you and work through some things with the men.
Absolutely. And just for those of you in the audience, you've seen a lot of our marketing being female focused. And then the men came forward and said, we need a space. We need a space of our own to reclaim, revisit those dreams of ours, reset all of the weight that we've been carrying, and to repurpose our gifts. So happy to have Dorian Morgan share your experience, both personally and professionally, illustrating the duality of that personal and professional caregiver role, both as an ombudsman in law, but also caring your family and all of those responsibilities that come with. So thank you for leading the charge for our men. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And last but not least, Dr. Mike Chua. Dr. Mike, come on in.
All right. So, well, thank you very much, Dr. Bell. Appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate you. I haven't shared this with you, Dr. Mike, but you are another visionary that I model in terms of the way you have come in your healthpreneur journey. And so I definitely hope to tag team and partner with you to help those health clinicians or business persons attending that say, hey, you know what? I have a greater gift. I have more to do, and to help them exercise their vision during the health visionary lab that we'll do at the retreat. So thanks so much for joining us.
Well, appreciate you again. Well, first of all, I don't even know why I'm here. You got all these amazing people. You, Teepa Snow, Rich, and then Attorney Dorian. I mean, I was like, oh, what am I even doing here? So, but it's really very much my pleasure to be in the presence of the amazing pillars of healthcare, and of course, the law. And of course, don't forget the men. We encounter stresses too. So when you talked about Attorney Dorian and Pastor, and then you got Rich here, I think we need help too. So we can't give what we do not have. So we gotta take care of ourselves too. So again, thank you very much for having me here. I appreciate you, and let's go ahead and change people's lives.
Yes, absolutely. So can we bring us all in? Let me see everyone. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I have a couple of questions. We've had some questions come in from the audience. Teepa, I'm going to start with you. What do you say to the clinician that says, you know what, like, I'm not in the dementia space. Like, I don't really see old people. You know, I'm in ortho, or I'm in GYN, or I'm in emergency medicine. What
Yeah.
do you say to that skeptic in terms of, you know, being armoring yourself and preparing yourself for that patient or professional experience with the older adult person?
Well, here's the thing. In the world of dementia, 5 to 10% of us under the age of 65 are compromised cognitively. Now, the compromise most frequently is in the area of the frontal lobe or the temporal lobes. So, in other words, my ability to have executive control over my behavior, or my ability to use language effectively to run my life, or sequence and figure things out. So if you're in emergency care, the reality is you might run across me more than you think. And you may be thinking, oh, well, this is a concussion from having been an active sports person. And I would admonish you that you might want to look back on my history and see how many of these I've had, because you might also want to be asking questions of people who are around me and saying, have you noticed over time there's been some shifts and changes? Because chronic traumatic encephalopathy, frontal temporal dementia, are actually quite a risk factor for people who have head trauma that is not necessarily one that results in a coma, but instead results in impulsive behaviors, or behaviors that lead to going too fast in a motor vehicle, making poor choices in relationships. And when that gets missed, there's a huge risk factor that it's going to end up with people ending up in legal situations or financial situations or stressful life situations, and families are compromised. So I'd encourage us to take a step back and get more curious rather than doing a quick fix on something that is, in that moment, somewhat emergency, but it turns out there's no fracture, it's okay. But in fact, I would say, wow, frequent flyer, let's check it out.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. And what would you say, Mike, about the business perspective in terms of how businesses should be accommodating the care of the older adult person? Businesses that might not even be thinking about it, finance, travel and hospitality, you know, so forth and so on.
You're asking me, Dr. Bell?
Yes, I am.
Well, hello. First of all, I'm gonna be personally talking about the mentor method, the MENTOR. So letter M is meeting a need. And then Teepa and Rich, and of course you, Dr. Bell, and of course the attorney Dorian, we have met a need in our community. In my case, our clinic is called Geriatric Rehab, or Gerihab. So we specifically just serve the seniors, of course, the dementia population. So if you're a business owner who runs a side hustle or a business, you gotta just find that need in your community. So meeting a need is very, very important under that mentor method. And the next letter is letter E, is you educate. And what does Teepa do? She educates people about dementia. I educate people about falling. Dr. Rich talks about stretching and breath work. And then, of course, Attorney Dorian talks about the law offices. So it's very important that you educate people. If you're a business owner, you educate them about the services that you provide. And of course, letter N is net, and letter N is network. We got a network. And this is what Dr. Bell is doing. She's networking. She's giving us all these resources. Hey, this is the network that you can be with. And like what they always say, your network is your net worth, right? So I want to be like you guys, be a millionaire someday, right? And next letter is letter T, is team. You got to find a team of people that will bring out the best in you. So if you're a business who wants to join this group, this retreat, you got to find a team of people that will bring out the best in you, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. Next is one-on-one coaching. This is where Rich and Teepa and Dr. Bell and Attorney Dorian is very good. They will teach you. They will personally coach you one-on-one, and then bring out the best in you. And of course, last letter R is repeated. That's why we call it rehab, right? Re means repeat, hab means habilitate. The more we repeat this, the more you understand it, the more you get that success in your business. So that's what we're going to be talking about in deep dive on it. So Thank
And
you.
I have another R, Rich, two R's, R for rich and R for relaxation. So,
Ooh.
Rich, okay, tell me, what role are we playing in healing? Like, what are we doing wrong in terms of, the community of work and those that you have counseled, including myself, to just take the breath, take the breath. You know, why are we a community of people that don't value rest as strategy?
I mean, this is all, we live in a society that, it's all go, go, go and what you can achieve and, going forward and working and how hard did you work and how much did you accumulate. So we might have our values a little bit skewed where, you know, you're all serving people all the time. You have your own businesses. You're in the healthcare space, so you're always worried about somebody else, and it's really hard. And then you're burned out, you're tired, and you go home and you're like, you didn't eat, you just grab something. You'll take care of yourself tomorrow is probably one of the biggest things that the biggest mantra that goes through people's heads. So if you could find space throughout the day, simple techniques, 5 minutes, 10 minutes here and there, just to help relieve the stress and clear things out. I mean, we do breath work daily. And it's just like taking a shower. I clean my body in the shower. I do breath work to clean my mind. And it just relieves stress. I mean, your breath is your healing modality. It's always with you. I think when I got on the call, Teepa was making a little joke, but the first thing she did was she started to breathe and showed that she was trying to relax. And that's really it. So, if we could just tap into that and do it in this community space, because I think you see, like, we're all in the same boat, really. I mean, that's the whole thing, whether we're men or women. We're all just struggling about. So how do we take time? I call it like self-love, right? Taking care of yourself is self-love. So that's, it's probably the biggest aspect of your life. So hopefully we can, give people some tools that they can walk away with. I love tools. So anything I can go home with and use, and I don't have to like learn a whole bunch of stuff. It's simple and I can just keep on doing it. That's something that the repeat is the most important thing.
Yes, well, I can't wait myself. And the charge formally to all of you is that we will be getting our feet in the sand, and we will be doing collective breath work with each other, with our attendees. Such an amazing, intimate, and I'm just so excited. Doria, bring us home, just respectful and mindful of our time here. Just what's the biggest opportunity you see here in this space, both to influence policy, corporate culture, and creating that space for men, as Dr. Mike alluded to?
Well, let's start with the advocacy. I always call. We really need to stress to men that caretaking is not just a woman's job. We all have loved ones and people that we care for that we need to take a more active role in. And there are ways that we can certainly contact. I used to say, contact your, call your congressman. Well, your congressperson is supposed to listen to you. And if you would have you or your family and friends all start to contact them together, and or join support groups like an impactful caregiving or something like that, where you strengthen your voice, because there's strength in numbers, and letting them know what you want, as well as the corporate space. Money talks. Where you spend and how you spend matters. So we need to start joining together so that we could certainly encourage our government and our corporations and businesses to help us better take care of the people in our lives. And men in general, we don't get in touch with our feelings and the rest part of life. I had a mentor years and years ago, And it was my mantra for years. I'll rest when I'm dead. And I would just go and go and go. As I said, I'm an attorney. I'm a pastor. My wife and I have several businesses of our own and other things. So we just go and go. And after a while, we had to realize that we do have to step away. Because what I do find in this care giving space is that rest is necessary for everyone to operate at our best, to take care of our loved ones the best, as well as if you are a caregiver, in the medical field or otherwise, you need rest so that you can be at your optimum. What I find out in the law is that negligence often comes from fatigue and or frustration and or lack of rest. You're not as sharp, so you do need to make sure that you're taking time, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a trainer or practitioner. We need to all have more rest time so that we operate at the top level. That way, fatigue creates a lower level of care and a higher chance of liability and lawsuits. So I want to hit it from a lot of different areas and give men a safe space for us to sit down, talk, open up, talk to each other, because I don't want to sound sexist, but it seems to me the ladies that I've dealt with, they are a lot more open to talking and breathing and taking a minute, whereas a lot of men that I know are not. So we need to tap into that as well so that we can be the best caregivers that we can be.
Well, so excited. I hope you all have just had a glimpse of the brilliance and the opportunity to be intimate on this level. This isn't a large conference. This isn't hundreds of people. This isn't hours in an air-conditioned, hard stool with the PowerPoint. This is direct community, one-on-one, impactful work and rest. So www.impactfulcaregiving.com/retreat. We're closing in. We will be closing off registrations roughly mid-October. So get in where you fit in. Inquire, reach out to me, connect at impactfulcaregiving.com. If you have questions, we will list our commonly asked FAQs. A lot of people are asking about the CME component. The CME, my platform has CME accredited courses. That is an optional add-on that you will be able to do self-paced on your own time. Dr. Mike, myself, Teepa, Dorian, we will have workshops max 2 hours a day. Everything all inclusive: food, excursions, spa, wellness, community time dedicated for women, time dedicated for the men, some interchangeable activities. It's just an incredible work. And can you tell that I'm excited? Okay. So thank you so much, Teepa, Rich, Dorian, Dr. Mike. Really can't wait to meet you in Hawaii. They are waiting for us. DM Global, we have Japan in the room. We have a woman that just booked from Japan. So it tells us collectively, like my mama has always said, you do the work. You do the work, you do the work well, and the people will come, and they are coming. So I thank you for joining us, and I look forward again to seeing you there.
In the fast-paced world we live in, being a caregiver is more demanding than ever. But what if there was a solution that could ease your burden? Introducing CareCab. CareCab is not just another ride-sharing service. Our drivers are vetted, trained, and certified in the care of the older adult person. They understand the intricacies of geriatric emergencies, recognize medical devices, and are equipped with the patience and demeanor needed for older adult persons. Our drivers undergo rigorous background checks and are trained in first aid and CPR, ensuring your loved ones are in safe hands. Contact us today and experience the difference. Care Cab, because caring starts with us.